Hey guys, tonight for dinner we're going to have some gumbo. So I'm going to start by cutting up my turkey sausage, shrimp sausage. Alright, I've got it cut up, so I'm going to put it in my Dutch oven. I'm going to kind of fry it up a little bit. And while I'm frying it up, I'm going to cut some onion, bell pepper, and celery. Alright, I got my sausage brown, so I'm going to remove it to a plate so I can get my roux started. Alright, for the roux, I'm going to do about 1/4 of a cup of peanut oil. And I'm going to add 1/4 of a cup of flour. Alright, I've got this on a low temperature, and I'm just going to whisk this until it turns nice golden brown color. Alright, after about 10 minutes, it turned this nice peanut butter color, so I'm going to add in my celery, bell peppers, and onions and cook them down a little bit. Alright, this is what it's looking like. Now that I've added in the veggies, I'm going to cook them until they're a little translucent and softer. Alright, after about 5 minutes, the onions are pretty translucent, so I'm going to go ahead and add in some seafood stock to start and kind of loosen up that bottom. I am going to end up using this whole thing though. Alright, this is what it's looking like with the seafood stock added. Alright, to that I'm adding a can of regular diced tomatoes and a can of petite diced tomatoes. Alright, I'm going to add some slap your mama. Some good flavor. Alright, I'm also going to add some chicken broth. I want to wash out the tomato can for some. Make sure we get all that tomatoey goodness.
Cute color.
Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to add the rest of it. Okay, can you get them out of the kitchen, please? Alright, I'm going to bring this up to a boil, and I'm probably going to let it cook for 30-45 minutes before I add anything else in. I almost forgot the Worcestershire sauce. Just a few swishes of that in there. Alright, that's been going for 30 minutes. Now I'm going to add in this bag of cut okra. And yes, it's frozen. And then we're going to let that go for about 20 more minutes. Alright, that's gone for about 20 more minutes. I'm going to add the sausage back in. And I'm going to add in this bag of Texas Gulf shrimp. And then I also have this can of tiny shrimp that I've had in the pantry for a while. I'm going to throw that in also. And we're going to cook that just until the frozen shrimp cooks. Alright, and then the last thing I'm doing is adding in 2 tablespoons of this Cajun gumbo seasoning base. And I'm going to stir that up. Alright, so this is what the gumbo's looking like, and then I've got rice going in the rice cooker to go with it, and that's dinner tonight. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, follow for more. Have a great night. Bye!